Hello again. I found it interesting. Well, I've had the idea on my mind for a while. A friend asked me why do this. He says, you have a whole bunch of stuff written. You ought to maybe put it in a book or something. And I guess maybe lazy is a good word. But I'd rather think of it as guerrilla literature. Guerrilla literature comes up from the grassroots, we'll say, comes up from way down there. Guerrilla literature, like graffiti. Graffiti in an alley, on a wall. And like the words are like long and the paint's dripping off them. Yeah, and you might have to pull the car over, get out to read the graffiti. Graffiti and guerrilla literature. Or guerrillature, or I don't know, there's a whole bunch of ways you can say it. But guerrilla literature is just pop-up stuff, just like what this is, just popping up. Things are written and things are shared, and it's like, I don't know, graffiti on a billboard or on the side of a building, But we just throw it out there. We throw out there a writing, now I'm throwing out some video. I think it's because art needs to be shared. I really believe that. Art needs to be shared. The artist needs to share it. And people that are not the artist for that, or maybe an artist for something else or whatever, they need to have access to art. It's critical. And so often, because we don't think it's important, we don't allow ourselves to understand our own art. I think everybody has art. For me, it is writing. Been writing a lot of different things, but to me, art is writing. And as I've said, it should be hung. Art should be hung. And so I'm in the process of hanging my art right now. This is art hanging, in case you didn't know. It may look like cat butt, but it's art hanging. So guerrilla literature. I've written, of course, a bit about guerrilla literature. It's not the C19 that's got me coughing. It's probably this pipe here. So just so you know, my cat's safe. We think. Who knows? Okay, concerning guerrilla literature, Susie, would you like to hear about guerrilla literature? I will read it to you. Susie wants to know. If literature be graffiti, if graffiti be art, if words be paint and tablets marble for the carving, would you not sculpt forever the words that form the heart and soul? And if paint they be, then who would not take their palette of colors to the sublime and speak through to a universe exposed in small doubts and burning questions, yet with only words so thin and frail? How then to make? How then? Okay, you go this way. There we go. Thank you, sweetie. I don't want to behave poorly on video. Oh. Then let words find the cleft in the hearts and in souls, but more in the minds of beauty seekers, finding the divine hiding in words like crustaceans off the near shallow shore, dug up in a child's journey, seeking something, just something. You can go now, Susie. I have read that entire piece. But there's more. There's more. Let's see what I can find. There's a couple. Oh, here's one on graffiti. It's just titled Graffiti. I like this one. Graffiti down in the alleys, on the dirty old walls. Don't let them read it, or they may think it. And are the prophets still screaming on those alley walls? Does the heart dis-ease show in the alley on that old brick wall smeared with heart blood? It's just graffiti, baby. Don't let it get you down. Ain't nothing, you know. I seen a dude running high out the valley. Ought to make him wash it, make it clean again. Then there is Chaco Canyon, and go Beckley Tepe, and scarlet letters from the stars scattered everywhere. And Juan Carlos wrote secret letters, graffiti. All right, I like that one. Sometimes I forget what I've written until I read it again. This one is called Guerrilla Literature. It's not very long. Guerrilla Literature, prayer from spirit, healing frequencies from the ether. No faith required. And so, if I find more guerrilla literature, I'll add it. But I think you get the idea, you know. Maybe one day I'll publish stories and poems, and there'll be a bound book, and, you know, there'll be accolades and maybe ticker tape parades, and Moscow will have me come there, and Montreal will have me come there. And the world will open all the stages for me to come and say the words of graffiti literature. But then it wouldn't really be guerrilla literature, would it? Yeah. So this is it. This is guerrilla literature. This is my art, and I just offer it because it needs to be offered. Art needs to be hung. All right. Thank you very much.